Good morning. It is Monday, March the 6th, and that means two things. This podcast really could have been an email, and it's time for the lighting industry news brief brought to you by KeystoneTech.com. Their XFit area lights now come with Optic Swap, tool-free, interchangeable lenses already in the box. And again, this box has the photocell and the mount in it. They've got selectable power outputs, selectable color temperatures. That's KeystoneTech.com. Your area lights made easy. Into the news, Signify has bought the ILC. They make wired controls, and they will operate under the Cooper portfolio going forward. House Bill 192 joins 10 other state bills targeting mercury tubes, this one in Hawaii. That's right, Hawaii might be banning fluorescence. Good luck out there. PQL customers and reps will not suffer from Deco's bankruptcy. This is according to a memo sent out by Premium Quality Lighting. Lotus, an Italian lighting brand, is opening a showroom in New York City. And LeGrand has a newer, bigger, better distribution center in Dayton, Ohio, and it's already open. Ain't that great? The White House has offered a new cybersecurity strategy. This plan will reach all sectors of the internet. Energy Focus has announced their plan to appeal their NASDAQ delisting, which is pending because their stock value has not been consistency above the threshold for months, really. They're figuring it out. Infineon has bought GAN. This is an $800 million deal for the power conversion company. And AMS Osram has finalized the sale of Claypaky to REAG. Amoresco has missed their sales estimates for Q4, short 10% of the estimate, so $35 million lower than they planned. Wesco's director James Singleton has sold 3,000 of his own shares for a little more than $500,000. Beacon Lighting has issued a dividend on 4 cents a share. That'll be released on the 16th. Blue Vigil has a brand new replacement for temporary light towers. They're drones. They're quadcopters tethered to the ground. The tether is also how they get electricity. And instead of a tower that you have up for construction or an event, it's just a drone. That's actually really neat. Signify's sustainability plan has entered its second year, and the directors there are very happy about that. Architectural SSL magazine has honored lighting projects in linear, monodirectional, down, multi-form factor, and specialty categories. Check that out. Parotech has a new facility. They make phosphors, and they have a new space in Hsinchu, Taiwan. Chinese manufacturing has accelerated for the first time in about 5 months last month, so February numbers are looking a little more positive overall. In legal news, Leamington, Ontario has hit 12 greenhouses with 88 charges on their new nuisance lighting bylaw. We have a lighting pro busted for improper tax filing and embezzlement. Joanne Donato has been found guilty of collecting unemployment. Okay, this is a bit of a story. So, gonna stop here. Joanne Donato was working for a flooring company. She embezzled $1.8 million from them. She left that company, started working for a lighting company in Wilmington, Massachusetts. At the same time she was working there, she was also collecting unemployment. She has been busted for both of those crimes, and I just gotta say, respect. Let's hustle. Let's hustle. Don't do crimes. Nail does not want you to do crimes. I respect it, though. Don't do crimes. WiseKey has patented a new anti-counterfeiting tag. This is a near-field communication tag designed right now for pharmaceutical bottles, but we'll see broader application in other IoT sectors eventually. Capital Electric has sued one of their contractors, Frederick Electric, for being behind on their invoices. Lightsheet, who is selling a bunch of their IP, are actually extending that offer deadline to buy it because the firm brokering it has identified qui tam as a target for litigation that you might be interested in if you owned that IP. Wouldn't that be something? And in Burlington, Ontario, a electrical and lighting distributor has been burgled. A roll of copper wire was taken right at the source. In rep agent updates, Global Imaging will be distributing for Tecna Display Systems, and Wattstopper is teaming up with SCI in SoCal. In events, we have the Light and Health Research Center offering online courses. Their professional certificate courses, as well as a group of live webinars, will be starting in the fall. Biloxi hosted their first CanaCon. This was at the end of February, and it drew 100 vendors. The NAED is offering 4 regional events this year. Casual meetups, not a conference per se, just getting to know you. And on the 16th of March, the Australasian Dark Sky Association has a youth event to kick off Dark Sky Week. In IoT news, Dolly has hit a new milestone. Well, 2 of them. 3,000 products and 350 members have joined. Among them, most recently, is McWong Inc. Ain't that something? And 54% of smart home users take measures into their own hands on security. Survey says U.S. connected device owners are not, strictly speaking, likely to have their own security options for their devices. TET and Tigo has offered machine learning for power management. They're in Latvia, but I feel like those working solutions will work anywhere. Fraunhofer has developed a method for machine learning intrusion detection, so smart security tools. And Samsung's Bixby has been updated to be more integrated with SmartThings, so better interactions across your house, across your devices. Ain't that something? In market predictions, we have $8 billion in value projected for TLEDs, 16% gains in building and energy management, $22 billion for outdoor lighting, and solar street lighting will reach $15 billion in value in the near future. In R&D, Lumens, a company in South Korea, has developed a single-chip RGB micro-LED. That's one wafer, 3 colors. That's a lot. The University of Patras has designed better coverage for 5G smart cities, particularly when it comes to monitoring. SiteSpace has planned new chicken-centric lighting. This is Chinese research optimizing lighting for circadian rhythms related to muscle growth and laying habits. We have a look at street lighting's role in pedestrian deaths, which are on the rise over the past few years. We have Light Bio's scientists confirming that they have a wait list to buy their new bioluminescent houseplants. And Human-Centric light might save the world $400 billion. Not in energy, in economic benefits, productivity. Ain't that something? In dark sky news, coral spawning has been linked with lunar cycles. Sea turtle nesting season has begun, as has migration season down in Texas. So lights out from the Audubon Society of Texas. The northern Irish owl populations are recovering thanks to lighting bylaws. We have an understanding of circadian clocks from birth to death. We have coastal lighting harming marine life. We have blue light damaging edelweiss plants more than we thought. We have a call for regulations on satellite megaconstellations. The guy in Newfoundland, Outer Battery, outside St. John, you remember him. Light polluting his whole neighborhood? Well, he's suing his neighbors for defamation. We have the San Francisco Bay Bridge going dark for the first time in 10 years. We have Colorado parks and wildlife officials concerned over a golf course's lighting and nets for birds. Clarington, Ontario has new nuisance lighting bylaws. Wasatch County, Utah Church is not compliant with the current dark sky respecting bylaws. Traverse City School has won the right to continue breaching nuisance lighting bylaws. The Austin BOA has approved extra bright signage for the Church of Scientology. Their signage. Anyway, in recommended reading, all this on nailed.org. We have a recap of Lightapalooza. We have digital engagement building more equitable public space, because everyone has access to, cell phones and 4G plans all the time. That's fair. We have optimizing DC lighting for renewable energy sources. We have design for campus safety, college campus safety, that is. We have smart cities, sustainable cities, and municipal bonds. Should you buy a light socket security camera? We have a white paper on high luminance directional LEDs, a stargazer's guide to fighting light pollution, a guide to pest fighting lighting. We have empowering users with the Responsible Outdoor Light at Night manifesto, and Allen and inequality. In horticultural news, Oppie has a new facility in Pitt Meadows. That's a new vertical farm in BC. We have biomass for cannabis beyond just the 12 and 12 lighting patterns that we have now, and 6 steps for cybersecurity for your ag tech. In local news, Cleveland, Ohio has streetlights astrobin. San Diego PD is proposing 500 streetlight surveillance cameras. Laredo, Texas is now 100% LED on the streets. Halliburton County, Ontario is planning new efficiency programs. Ontario lighting program extends producer responsibility to reclaim e-waste. Baraboo, Wisconsin has votes in favor of an LED project. Illinois state parks get $60 million for projects. Acuity phosphors have failed in El Paso, Texas, and on Iowa state highways. Yeah, they're purple now. Grand Valley State U begins renovations. We have new residential programs for efficiency in New York. Austin residents are demanding more trail lighting in their parks. Mississippi schools have spent all their COVID relief funds on upgrades. 17 city-owned buildings are set for retrofits and renovations in St. John's, Newfoundland. Sioux Falls, South Dakota is swapping out all their halogen fixtures. Energy Trust Oregon is offering audits for farmers. And Coolhaven, California has completed a bunch of municipal building upgrades. In the world, the UK's National Health Service is experimenting with new circadian lighting systems, starting with a hospital in Cambridge. And Nigeria will be banning fluorescence in the next few years. In People News, Current has a new CEO in the interim, in the form of Bill Tolley. Bonnie Heron will be acting as CEO and interim CFO at Heliospectra. Jim Hayden has been named CEO of Blue Glass. Denise Rumsey has been appointed RSM, that's Regional Sales Manager at Eglo. Chuck Fouchot has been named VP of Industrial Sales at JD Martin. And Ron Newbold has been President at SPI Lighting. In things you can make, we have twisty 3D printed lamps, an algae-filled chandelier to filter air, new uses for CFLs. We have some GE Lighting retirees salvaging museum pieces at Nella Park as it closes down, and the IES interviewing the lighting designer for Epcot's spaceship Earth. Until next time, I've been Scott Walker. Thank you to Nailed. Thank you for listening. Thanks to our sponsors at Keystone. Enjoy your week and enjoy the music. Start all the witnesses of our existence change. It is what the world awaits. Could there be peace or war? The answer no one knows. Trusting the break of dawn.
to see the world to be is what we hesitate. Repeat the same mistakes, hoping to break new ground. Reaching out to catch the sun, to hold it